Hey everybody, happy Motivational Monday. Thank you for tuning in today. If you don't already know, my name is Emily McKenzie, and every week I hop on here to try to share with you something maybe that I'm struggling with in the pursuit of my goals, or something that someone else has told me they are struggling with in the pursuit of their goals. I believe that all of us can have and be and do anything, but we will always hit obstacles, we will always hit hurdles, and I think if I find a way, or if you find a way to get over them, why not share with people so that we can all learn from each other's mistakes, we can grow with each other, and we can reach all of our goals together, because we are in this together, whether we want to think we are or not. So, our 5 focuses, that was the title tonight. I want to preface by saying that if you don't already know, I do like tons and tons and tons and tons of personal development. Okay, so a lot of what I say on here is just like my version of various things that I've read. So everything that I'm sharing with you is basically like a recipe that I've made, but the ingredients are from Rachel Hollis and Tony Robbins and every flippin' book that I can get my hands on. So please know that if you think this is awesome, please let me know, and I'll tell you all the people that I'm reading right now that are giving me all these amazing ideas. But basically, I've been reading about focuses and priorities and values, core values lately, and it just came to me, this idea of your 5 focuses. So whether you call them core values or your priorities or your focus, which is what I'm calling it tonight, you need to find the things that are the most important to you in your life right now. You need to find the things that make you who you are. So maybe you could call them core values. You need to find the things that you want to focus on, hence the name 5 focuses. You need to find those things that are pillars in your life that hold you up and make you who you are. Find those things. And I say 5 because that's like the max number you want. And everything that I've read says that the most priorities, the most focuses that you want at one time is 5. You can have 1 if that works better for you. You can have 1, 2, 3, 4, but 5 is the most. Because I read something in one of Rachel Hollis's books, and she said something along the lines, I'm going to butcher it, but something along the lines of like, you can walk up to a lake and throw in a handful of pebbles, right? And it'll splash, but whatever. That's about all it's going to do. Or you can walk up with a big boulder and throw it in, and it's going to make a huge ripple effect. And it might even raise the level of the water, depending on how big this boulder is. And so basically what she was saying is you can put like 10% into 100 different things and grow tiny amounts, or you can put a crap ton of focus into one or a few very important things and make exponential growth in that area. So 5 is the max amount of things that you want to choose. And so what I mean, I'll give you examples from my own life. So for me, my 5 core values might be, my daughter is definitely one of them. So my relationship with my daughter, my marriage is one of them, my faith, my health, and my business. So in health, that also includes personal development for me. So growing mentally and physically, taking care of my body, things like that. That's important to me. Maybe for you, it's being the best employee wherever you are, or maybe it's being the best teacher, or maybe it's being a runner. Maybe you're a runner and that's one of your core values. Maybe, does that make sense? So like maybe your diet is like 100% what you focus on, and that's one of your core values, specifically your diet. So I want you to think of 1 to 5 things that, like, if you were to break yourself down into your main ingredients, what would that be? And we're going to call those your focuses for tonight. So you want your 5 focuses, because I like alliteration. I can't help it. So you're going to write them down. Even if you don't like writing, you can put them on a graphic, on a wallpaper on your phone, or in the background of your computer or a sticky note all over the place, whatever works best for you. But I want you to write them down, and then you are going to plan every single day around these 5 focuses. All right, so let's say that one of them is your health. Like for me, one of them is my mental health. So every single day, I need to make sure that I'm touching on that mental health aspect, right? So for me, it's probably going to be reading a book. Okay, so another one was my marriage. So am I scheduling something every single day that focuses on my marriage? My relationship with my daughter. Am I scheduling something in every single one of my days for my daughter? Am I scheduling something every single day for my faith? Am I scheduling something every single day for my business? And if I look at my schedule and it has a bunch of stuff on it, some of us are so busy and we're like, oh, I'm too busy to work on my marriage. I just can't. I'm too busy to sit down and play bubbles and Play-Doh with my kids. I just can't. I wish I could. I wish I could do that, but I can't. Look at how you're scheduling your day, because everything on your calendar you have allowed to be there. Yes, I know you need to pay your bills. Please do that. Please don't think that I'm telling you to like quit your job and not put money in the bank or anything. But I guess what I'm saying more so is that the job you took is the job you took. No one shackled you to the building and is forcing you to work. Then you wouldn't make money. You'd be like a slave. So the reality is everything in your schedule you allowed to be there, and you continue to allow to be there every single day. So my challenge is that you're writing 1 to 5 focuses, those core things that will bring you to your best. If you think about your best self, like think crazy. If for you that's driving like a Lamborghini, then think that. What is your best self? If for you that means traveling the world 365 days a year, what does that person do for a living? What does that person look like? What does that person eat like? What does that person smell like? What does that person speak like? What does your best self's schedule look like? And I want you to think of that, and then think of the 5 things that will get you there. Okay, so I know for a fact that me working my business is going to help me in all my goals that I have financially for myself. I know for a fact that working on my marriage and my relationship with my child and my mental health are all going to make me the happiest person like possible. Those are the things that are going to make me so ridiculously slap happy, right? And that's my best self, is just like a happy, healthy person. Okay, and then my faith also is going to do that for me. So I want you to think your absolute dream self. What does that person do on a daily basis? And what can you do now to get yourself there? Because what I want you to realize, let's say I want to run a candle empire, because as you might know or might not know, I have a candle business. Let's say I want to have a candle empire, right? I want to have semi-trucks driving all over the stinking world delivering my candles. What do I need to do? I need to freaking work for it, right? I'm not just going to become the next Yankee Candle, okay? I would have to work for it every single day. But what a lot of us do is we just do that one thing. And then we forget about our marriage, and we forget about our children, and we forget about our health, and we forget about our faith, and we forget about every single other thing that was important to us at one point. And I really don't care what your core values are. They are important. Just because they don't match mine does not mean that I don't value them. I just speak from experience because that's what I understand the best. So we just focus on one, and we just drive towards that one, even if that means you're not sleeping and you're not eating right and you're not drinking literally any water, because that would make you have to pee too much, and you are not stopping to play bubbles with your kids, and you are not going on dates with your significant other, and you are not giving yourself time at the beach to relax, or whatever it is in your core values, and you're just focusing on the one, you're going to burn out. And I think we all know that. You're going to burn out. You're going to get tired. You're going to get frustrated. You're going to feel defeated and isolated and all these horrible, horrible things. And then you focus on nothing. You can't even function. So you're going to pick your core values. And now I'm saying that, and I want to clarify something. If you only have one, it's okay. But please make sure it's one that's going to keep you well-rounded, okay? I want to clarify that. It's okay to only have one focus right now, but please make sure it is not at the expense of your physical and mental well-being, okay? So anyway, moving on from that. I don't want to go on a tangent too far with that. But anyway, back to my sticky note. If you know me, I have to have a sticky note or else I'll just talk about my whole life. You're going to have your 5 focuses. You're going to think of the few things that define you, that make you your best self, okay? And then every single day, yes, it might be boring. Yes, it might be annoying. Yes, you're going to be tired some nights. You're going to be like, freak that. I don't want to do it. But you're going to sit down every single night and look at your schedule and think, did I cover all 5 of my focuses in my schedule today? Did I work on my faith? Yes, I had my devotional time. Did I work on my relationship with my child? Yes, I had that one-on-one time doing XYZ. Just go through and then think, how can I do that again tomorrow? Or how can I do it better tomorrow? Or maybe I spent a little too much time just playing with Hannah today. Maybe tomorrow I'll still squeeze that time in, but I'll take just maybe a hair of it away to focus more on my devotional time, whatever it may be. And every day, just self-reflect. Take 5 minutes, if that. You might not even need that long. And think, all right, did I get my focuses in for the day? Did I get all my focuses in? And I think I know there's a lot of clarification, but I just want to make sure that it's actually practical and helpful. So another clarification that I want to make is that does not mean you spend 24 hours a day on this list, okay? This is more so an accountability partner than like a slave driver, all right? So if you don't spend every waking moment of your life working, that's okay. It's actually recommended. If you don't spend every waking moment of your life working out or playing with your kids or studying or hanging out with your significant other or whatever, if you don't spend every waking moment doing those things, good job. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. You are supposed to have balance. So for me, writing these down, it not just makes sure that I get all of them, I focus on all of them for the day, but it gives me that peace of mind. Like even if I did 30 minutes for each one. Because I know some of you I'm already losing some of you because you're like, well, I don't have time. I work 3 jobs and I have 100 kids and I'm a single mom or whatever your situation is. And I don't mean to, the point of this is not to say that you're not trying. The point of this is not to insinuate any kind of laziness at all for any of you. The point is to let you know that it's okay if one of your core values is to play with your kids and all you get is 20 minutes a day. At least you did 20 minutes. Versus the 0 that you might be getting if you're stressing, oh, I'm not playing with my kids enough and blah, 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 and you spiral and then you don't even do it at all. Does that make sense? 20 minutes isn't enough. They're not going to remember, blah, 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 blah. This mom does that and that mom does that and blah, blah, blah. My point is, at least you touched on it and then move on to your next one because they're important. All of your core values, all of your focuses are important. They are what makes you who you are, and they are what's going to make you your future best, absolute best self. So I'm going to reiterate to hopefully make that make more sense because that was a lot of talking. You're going to think of max 5 things that make you who you are. So for me, a few examples are my marriage is really important to me. My relationship with my daughter is really important. My faith is very important to me. My health, that means mental and physical health, and my business. Those are probably my 5 core right now. So every single day, I'm going to have my sticky note where I have all of that written down, and I'm going to look, all right, how am I going to tackle my business today? All right, I'm freaking busy today. I only have about an hour to do it. That's fine. I'm going to schedule an hour to do that. All right, how am I going to play with Hannah today? How am I going to build that relationship with her? I know she loves Play-Doh. I also know she's crazy and will only give me like 2 seconds of undivided attention. I want to make sure that that's devoted to our relationship. How can I commit to my husband tomorrow? All right, he works all day. I am tired as heck when he gets home, but maybe we could sit and watch an episode of TV or something after Hannah goes to bed. Or maybe we can just sit and make eye contact and talk about our day for a few minutes. It's a few minutes, but it's something. All right, what was left? My faith. So how am I going to squeeze in my daily devotional? Where can I do that? Can I do 20 minutes? Can I do 40 minutes? What can I do and where? All right. And then finally, my health. So some days that might be as simple as drinking your water, right? Other days that might be as awesome as getting in a 2-hour workout. Some days that might be reading an entire motivational book because that's your mental health. Other days that might be journaling for 10 minutes. It can be different all the time, but my point is, please make sure that you are touching on all of your core values. You're going to write down your core values, you're going to schedule your time based on them, and at the end of the day, reflect. How did that go? Did you touch on all of them? Even if it was for 5 minutes, even if it was for 2 minutes, did you touch on every single one of them and give them 100% of your focus in that moment, no matter how short or how long that moment was? And then do it again tomorrow. You have your focuses, schedule your day around them, then reflect. It's very simple, but I wanted to make sure that I explained it thoroughly because it is literally changing my life. It has changed my life from a mental health standpoint, meaning I don't feel as anxious. I'm not using like negative self-talk with myself, like, oh, well, you suck because you didn't play with Hannah today, you didn't work your business. Oh, that's great, you read a whole book. No one cares because, you know what I mean? We get into that like spiral of how horrible we are, which is ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Instead of actually just doing the things we need to do. So for me, it gives me a lot of peace of mind to know, what am I focusing on right now? There is so much going on. There's so much going on all the time, but especially right now. And it's very, very hard to focus on what we need to focus on. You know, there's so much going on. I don't want to go into that too much, but it's very hard to focus in such a busy, information-driven world. Like, you are getting information flooded to you constantly through your devices. And when you have those few things written down where you can always access them, it's as easy as looking at the list. Put down the phone and look at the list and think, how did I work my 5 focuses today? How can I work my 5 focuses better tomorrow? Which one of them needs more attention tomorrow? Which one of them needs my sole attention all week long? You know, when you have those things written down, there's power in that. And something happens in your brain when you write something down, you retain it better. And your brain starts to think, like, how can I make it happen? How can I make it happen? Whether you consciously do that or not. It's like habitual. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to write down your core values, what makes you you, what is most important to you, whether it's 2 things or 5 things. You're going to schedule your day to reflect those things. And then at the end of every day, you're going to reflect on it. And it's only a few minutes. I promise it's only a few minutes, but it is going to get you to your destiny. Because again, I'm gonna speak to whatever, the people that are super busy right now, because that's us. John and I are super busy right now, and it's crazy. If you want to go debt-free, that's just an example that a lot of us have right now especially, holy moly. If you want to go debt-free, you cannot convince me that if I just spent 5 minutes every day, either working on a plan to get debt-free or, studying my debt and really getting aware of where my money is going, or maybe that's even working 5 extra minutes on something that's bringing you extra income, or taking 5 minutes to go in and pay a few extra dollars towards a credit card. You cannot tell me that if I did that every day, I wouldn't go debt-free. Versus someone who does it 5 hours a day, whatever. If all you have is a few minutes for your 5 focuses, that's better than nothing. That's better than the person that's not doing crap. You will reach your goals. And you'll reach them faster than most because you will be driven and focused on the things that are important and not focused on literally everything going on around you and everything that's flooding your Facebook. So, one more time. You're going to think of the 5 things, your 5 core values. Then you're going to schedule your life based around them as well as you can. If that means 5 minutes here, 20 minutes there, that's perfect. That's 5 more minutes than someone else. That's 20 more minutes than yesterday. You're going to do all of them. And then the next day you're going to do it again and again and again and again and again and again until you need to reevaluate. And maybe one day your core values will change because you've reached a goal or whatever. Thank you for giving me a part of your Monday, guys. This is so important to me, and I know I went on a lot of tangents, but it's because it has truly changed my life, and it is so important. And I have read it in so many friggin' different books and listened to so many podcasts, and I'm saving you so many hours by sharing this with you. If it was helpful, let me know. If there's something you're struggling with, also let me know. I truly believe you can have and be and do anything. So there are people out there that want to hear if you're struggling, okay? There are people out there that want to cheer you on and keep pushing you to be better and do better and live your full potential, live your full destiny, however you want to phrase that for yourself. If you enjoyed this video, tag some people that need to hear it, and then hop on my YouTube channel. I'm the only Emily Fronauer Mackenzie on the planet. I'm unique like that. But I'm the only one on YouTube for sure. So you can see all of my previous Motivational Monday videos as well as my book review videos. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You are amazing. I love you guys. I will see you next time. Have a great night.